Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, everybody. Cheerleaders again. Look at the cheerleaders. Thank you, ladies. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show, everybody. Day 3 here at TCO Performance Center. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at the crowd. We are ready. We are ready for day 3 here at the TCO Performance Center. Let's give it up for the Vikings cheerleaders, everybody, right behind me. Today we have Jen and Morgan. Thank you, ladies. We'll be seeing you a little bit later. She's my cheerleader, and I'm hers. Give it up for my friend over there. It's Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall. How you doing?
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. I'm getting sad because, aren't you? Our time here is almost over.
I know. It's been really fun. And I just love everybody out here is wearing purple. They're all so excited to be here. Not that they're not excited to be at the Jason show all the time.
No, but it's fun. It's a different atmosphere. I mean, for the love of Oprah, I have cheerleaders behind me. I mean, this isn't every day. Thank you again, ladies. We'll see you a little bit later. Again, that's Jen and Morgan. I wanted to be a cheerleader, but in Indiana, that wasn't allowed. Yeah, you couldn't. No. I had enough problems
we could
in high
maybe
school.
arrange something.
Yeah, a little male. I think now they do have male cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Back then in Indiana, no. It would have been even more trouble for me. I got to tell you, don't turn the dial because today I'm excited to do this show every single day, but today. There's 2 pieces in this show that I think you're going to love because it makes total fools of, well, these 2 fools. I mean, it does really, yeah. They're putting us in the cryo chamber today. You'll see that where we went into the cryo chamber that's 185 below zero. And again, I want to remind you, the Vikings representative looked at me and said, I would like you to go in shirtless. And I said... I said, who am I, Sven? I'm not going in there. I don't do that. I leave that to Sven over there. You know what I mean? Hashtag random Care 11 reference. But anyway, but I said no, but I'll do it. And it was probably one of the most terrifying 2.5 minutes of our life. Am I not right? Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like we came out looking like frostbitten chicken.
Yes, exactly.
Like with freezer burn.
I was a little Cornish henish. Yeah.
For sure. Good look.
Before we get started, I wanted to say congratulations. Right about now, which is really fun, you guys know that I also do a radio show over there on My Talk 107.1, Jason and Alexis in the morning. And I bring up the show today because I'm very proud of my team. I'm very proud of our executive producer, Dawn, and my dear friend, my co-host of 11 years, Alexis, because as we speak, they are in New York City accepting a Gracie Award because the Jason and Alexis show won Best Talk Show in the Country from the Gracie Awards, from the the Alliance of Women in Media. So, I was hopping there. I'm sorry. You caught me hopping.
Hi.
But it's fun. I want this back at Fox. I want this. Yeah, anyway.
It's good.
But I'm very proud of our team. Television was always my dream. I call radio my unexpected joy. And for all of you that watch this show, listen to that show, I'm eternally grateful. You allow me to do my dream every day, and it means the world to me. So thank you very much. So congratulations to the girls. Okay. We have good. I got my cards.
Excuse me, Jason.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, too.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Okay, how many of you in the audience have seen The Office? You like The Office, the show The Office? Well, I got to tell you, I have bad news for you. Here's a look at this.
Nothing much. What's up with you?
I cannot believe I fell for that.
Oh my gosh.
What? What? Where's the funny? Give it to me.
Was it me, or does it smell like up dog in here?
What's up, Doc?
Nothing much. What's up with you?
Oh, wow. I walked right into that. Oh, that's brilliant. Hey, Stanley, is that jacket made of up dog?
I'm on the phone.
What flavor coffee is that? Up dog?
What's that?
I don't know. Nothing. What's up with you?
Huh?
No. Damn it.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
The thing you just said.
Let's forget it. Dwight!
Still hysterical. Well, there is a reason. Look, I just want you to laugh, so that's why we're showing that clip. But here's the bad news. You know, you can watch it. You can watch it on the Netflix. Well, not soon. No. We knew this was going to happen starting in 2021. NBC Universal, who owns the show, and I don't want to get too inside baseball about this, they are pulling The Office from Netflix forever. And they are putting it... So they're pulling it to put on their own streaming service. I don't know, they're called the Peacock or something. We're gonna have to pay for that now too. But listen to this. When we were researching, now judging by your reaction, this won't come as a surprise. Last year, The Office, just The Office, was streamed more than 52 billion minutes. The Office, 52 billion minutes, that show.
With that B?
Yeah. Second, streamed nearly twice as much as the next viewed program, Friends. Friends. Here's the problem, and I know you're going to be with me on this one. And look, I like these streaming services. I have all of them. You know, I offer you my password for all of them. I have the Netflix. I have the Hulu.
What?
I have not you. I have CBS All Access. But here's what's going to happen, everybody. You know what's going to happen. NBC's going to get one. Disney's having one soon. Fox has one. By the time we get all of these streaming services, it's going to be our cable bill. You know, that's how it's. So I just don't like this, because all of these companies own these shows, and they're going to put their shows on their streaming service instead of a variety of shows being in one clearinghouse, like, say, a Netflix or a Hulu. I don't like this.
Not a fan.
No,
I'm also not a fan of you not sharing your passwords with just me.
Well, I just... Next in the hot dish. Again, I'll just do this when I get uncomfortable. Oprah and Gail, America's best friends. You know, it's basically a phrase now. Who's your Gail? Who's your Oprah? Well, they've been doing these series of videos for the Oprah magazine, where it's just Oprah and Gail in front of a white screen, answering questions and giving advice from all of us followers. Well, recently the topic was a little spicy about relationships and what to do when you spot someone cheating. Look at this.
My friend has owed me $500 for 6 months now. I've been trying to be understanding, but she just bought a new designer bag. This is really good for you. How can I say something without seeming like I'm trying to tell her how to spend her money? You guys
just have it as a standard policy. Don't loan friends money.
But Oprah, what if your friend is in trouble?
I didn't say. Would you let me finish?
Okay. Because what if your friend is in trouble?
Give your friend the money and say, look, I'm just going to do this for you. You don't even have to pay me back. Because loaning friends money will cause you major issues in the friendship.
See, I disagree. I think that it's okay to loan a friend money.
Have you loaned money to friends?
I've never loaned. I've just given.
That's my point. I've loaned $500. I've loaned $5,000. I've loaned $50,000. I've loaned $1 million. Just in general, friends start to think, she had enough extra money to give this to me. I am struggling trying to give this money back to you.
Then they resent you.
And then they end up resenting you for it. That's why
Now this is... Oprah lent $1 million to somebody? Like, can you? And all you're asking for is my password. You know what I mean?
That's all I want.
Now Kendall's request seems rather reasonable. Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah.
Thank you. Loan me your password.
But all kidding aside, I said they're talking about cheating. I'm sorry, they're talking about money here. They make a lot of sense, though. For the sake of your friendship, if you have the money available, just give it to them, because it puts. You know what I mean? Because for both people, it forever puts both of you in an uncomfortable position. Because let's say I loan Kendall $100, and then like a month later, you and I are shopping at JCPenney, and we're getting some clothes at the Jacques Penney, and I'm thinking to myself, how can Kendall be buying some clothes from the Jacqueline Smith collection when she owes me $100? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's uncomfortable for both of us.
Yes, I agree. I think we need to address the name of this segment, though, like how it's OG. So does everybody know what OG means? It means original gangsta.
Oh.
They're the original gangsters. It's so great. Come on. Chase.
Uncomfortable.
Well, now you
Uncomfortable.
know. Now you know.
Oh, look at the time. We got to move on. Hey, Spider-Man Homecoming opens up this Friday. Who's excited about I love Spider-Man. Zendaya's in that movie. Tom Holland. # favorite Spider-Man. I love him. Someone just owed Tom Holland. Okay, yeah. Zendaya was on Stephen Colbert. You know, there's a lot of stunts in a movie like Spider-Man. It's not, Little House on the Prairie. It's, you got to do stunts. So what does it take to do stunts on a Spider-Man movie? Well, you'll see. Look at this.
Is one thing we got to do. It was like this big kind of Spidey swing through New York.
Sure.
And so what they had us do is basically like they attached a camera to Tom and attached us together, and they like lifted us like, I want to say like 110 feet. Yeah, thank you.
Hold on.
My
Over
sentiments,
what?
exactly.
Over what?
Over, like, to be honest with you, boxes. They had like, I don't know, apparently it works. There's like these empty boxes stacked together, and I was like, the thing is they didn't end up using that, okay? We reshot it, and guess how we reshot it? We reshot it 2 feet above the ground with wind machines.
On wires or something like that?
Yes, like literally 2 feet above the ground with a wind machine and our director going, okay, scream, and then like going like this with our bodies. He would just grab my arm or grab his arm and just kind of like go like this.
And you couldn't have done this the
and
first
it looked
time.
better.
I would have to get a stunt double. I couldn't. I would get sick. I couldn't do any of that. No.
Next segment, you and I.
Well, that
sailing
is,
over
yeah.
boxes.
Well, and I will say, we got to take a break, but I will say, an audience, tomorrow, all I'm going to say, I'm going to have a couple words. Producer, Ted, trapeze. He loved it. Yeah, he did, yeah. By the way, I'm seeing Spider-Man tonight at a sneak preview. I'll give you my review probably tomorrow on the show. Go grab another cup of coffee. We have so much today, live from TCO Studios. Back after this, everybody.
Today on The Jason Show, the Vikings trainers got word I was here and wanted to give me a taste of life as a professional football player. We'll show you how that turned out.
I wasn't scared until this moment.
And then it's never a bad time to think about a vacation. The Thrifty Traveler's in the house with all of his latest deals. That and more when The Jason Show returns live from the TCO Performance Center.
Welcome back, everybody. Live from TCO Studios at the TCO Performance Center, home of the Minnesota Vikings. I can't say it enough. Kendall and I are just the most conspicuous members of our team. I always want to say a dose of gratitude to the folks here at TCO for treating us well, TCO Studios and the TCO Performance Center. Thank you. They've treated us so well. Well, during our week here at the TCO Performance Center, we got to roam around a little bit. We went to the cafeteria yesterday, and our producer came up to me and said, "Hey, the Vikings have a great idea." And I said, "Great, I'm game for almost anything." And they said they want to put you and Kendall in a room that's 185 below zero. And I thought, hey, I'll do anything for our broadcast. So this, not really. Anyway. This room, this cryo chamber really helps athletes, all kidding aside, repair damage from working out, etc. But neither of us are athletes, so, well, you'll see. Here is our adventure in the cryo chamber. This is like my 80th waiver that I've had to sign for this job. I call it like a death waiver. I'm signing it We're getting ready to go into the cryotherapy room. We found out it's not a chamber, it's a damn room. So we're signing this so that if we turn into human popsicles, my buddy Rob here doesn't get in trouble. I'm holding the microphone because it's so cold in there that the mic would die instantly. Okay, so Rob, what exactly, people hear cryo chamber, what is it and what does it do?
So we're fortunate here with the Vikings that we have all the state-of-the-art equipment to help our guys recover, and the cryo chamber is an awesome tool for us. Right now it's set at minus 184 degrees.
Shut up, what's really sad?
Okay, Rob.
Is that actually for real?
That's for real, and what that's going to do for you is going to cool down your surface body temperature, and when you do that, it aids recovery. Okay. It's going to stimulate your nervous system, which is going to release anti-inflammatory proteins, and it's going to release your body's natural endorphins, so it's going to decrease pain. So decreasing inflammation, decreasing pain, and helping our guys recover.
What's it gonna do to my eyelashes?
They're coming right off. They're gonna look like a dead spider. They're gonna fall right off your face.
You guys already filled out the waiver, so I'm not responsible for that.
I know you're not responsible, Rob.
You need to take, you need to take your jewelry off.
Okay.
So we got our slippers, pair of gloves for Jason, Kendall, pair of gloves.
Thank you. If I keep it on, do I get to not go in?
Your beanies. Now I'm going to start to fire up the cryo chamber, okay?
Bye, Jordan. Tell my babies I love them.
Here's your end of the world face mask. If this falls off, do we instantly die? Oh.
Why am I putting gloves on but my arms and my belly are exposed? This seems so backwards.
So the first thing I have to do is take your surface temperature.
My heart is racing.
Jason, you are 86 degrees currently, and we're looking for a 30 to 40 degree drop in body temperature. Kendall, you're 88, you're hot.
I wasn't scared until this moment.
Calm down, it's gonna be great.
No, I'm shy, okay?
We're gonna play some music for you to move around. What's the Spice Girls song you wanna hear?
Wannabe.
Are you really putting on Spice Girls?
Tell me what you want. What you want?
I want to go home.
Okay, you guys ready?
No.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
See you on the other side.
If you wanna be my lover, say what I want, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want.
Come on out, I'll get your temperature here. 41 degrees.
Oh my God in heaven.
55 degrees.
How am I so much colder than you? I can't.
So, Kendall, you had a 47 degree drop in temperature.
I could have told
And Jason,
you that.
31 degrees.
That was horrible. That was the worst in 5 seasons of this stupid show. This is the worst thing I've ever done.
There's mascara all over my face.
You look like
I'm crying.
You look like a sad raccoon.
But do you feel recovered? Do you feel refreshed?
Oh, Rob, whatever. Oh, Rob, whatever. Oh, God.
I'm still crying.
So we should explain to you. So we were so stubborn, and Kendall and I really weren't we? We were not scared.
No.
Until we changed into our clothes.
Yeah.
And Rob goes, "You're gonna." He looks at us, and as you can see, Rob's a very serious guy. He goes, "You're gonna want music, and you're gonna want to move around." And Kendall and I are like, "Oh, whatever. We're TV people. We won't need to move around." And we got in there, and Kendall goes, "I need to move."
There was so much. Do you want to be my lover? You gotta
and then we're screaming. We're like, "This is the first time in the history of the Vikings that the Spice Girls has ever been played in this building." And it will be the last time the Spice Girls. The only thing that could have been worse is if we would have asked them to play Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher. You know what I mean?
Jason just jumping up and down that entire time was like the highlight of my life.
Can you imagine the next Viking that goes in that cryo chamber like, "In sync? What's In Sync doing in here? was Richard Simmons in here?
Oh my God. Yeah, y'all, when we went out to the hallway, we really did touch each other's arm and we were like, are we going to do this?
Oh.
Is this okay?
Yeah, and it was cold. We're not kidding. Look, I'm overly dramatic just to try to make you laugh. It was no joke. We were so cold. It was, and I didn't defrost
Like a
for
piece
about
of
a half
chicken.
hour. Yeah, anyway. Thanks again to the Vikings. We appreciate it. Coming up, Thrifty Traveler is here. Wait till you hear, you will not believe this, how cheap flights are to Europe. Thrifty Traveler is back. That's right. Plus, I visit a trampoline park when our show continues live from TCO Studios. Back after this, everybody. You are going to want to move. Slice of peak boy band right there. The Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way, ruled MTV's TRL 20 years ago this summer. 20 years ago. Well, welcome back to the show, everybody. A new list on BuzzFeed will make us all feel very old. The list is 27 things that happened in 1999, the summer of 99, that'll make you go, OMG, can't believe all of this happened 20 years ago. Yeah. And sticking with music, one of the things that really made me go, that was 20 years ago. Well, while the Backstreet Boys ruled the charts for boy bands, it was a young pop diva's debut song that ruled the summer as the song of summer. What was it? Look at this.
If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. If you wanna be with me, I can.
Genie in a Bottle was #1 for 5 weeks, and it earned Christina a Grammy. It also featured the debut of a CD from J-Lo. Remember that? Yeah, the debut
I was 9.
Wait. No, audience, you missed that. What did you say, Kendall?
I was 9. I mean, I knew all the moves to that dance, though. It was super inappropriate.
That's great, Kendall. We're excited. That's wonderful. Also in 99, remember this, The Phantom Menace premiered. The Sixth Sense premiered.
I wasn't allowed to watch those movies.
You weren't allowed to watch Sixth Sense? And remember, everyone kept the secret of The Sixth Sense because there wasn't really social media back then.
Right.
So no one ruined the movie, which I will not because I don't want the emails today, even though it's a 20-year-old movie. Also, Sex and the City Season 2 premiered in the summer. Yeah. And get ready for this. In 1999, 20 years ago as we sit here, less than 50% of the homes in America had the internet. Which is shocking to think about. It was only 20 years ago. I had that dial-up. It was like,
Lord, yeah.
Welcome to America Online. Yeah, anyway, you can see that list on BuzzFeed. When we come back, he's one of your favorite guests, Thrifty Travelers, here with the most amazing deals to Europe when we return live from TCO Studios, everybody, at the TCO Performance Center. Welcome back, everybody, as we continue our week live at the wonderful TCO Studios at the TCO Performance Center. Such a beautiful facility. Seriously, it's such a beautiful facility. Come out, go to the museum. You got to visit our friends here. Well, the summer travel season is really hot, especially if you want to go to Europe. The man with all the answers, the man with all the deals is here. Thrifty Traveler, Jared is here. Hi, buddy.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
Thank you. How nice is this?
I told you before the segment, I could live here.
I'm good.
This is amazing.
They're up there. Little do the Vikings know, I'm not leaving.
That's right.
I'm staying here. I'm not leaving.
I fully support you.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to it. I'm looking at this card. Is this right? Cheap Europe deals less than $300.
Bonkers.
Is this card wrong, Jared?
It's crazy because like 6 months ago, I was worried that we would never see like sub $400 fares again, and things have just gone off the rails price-wise, which is great for all of us.
Yeah.
So fares from Minneapolis last week to Amsterdam and Paris were below $350. Fares from New York and Boston to several different cities in Europe, $225.
Jared, give Give my
round
friends,
trip.
Yeah,
round trip.
round trip. Give my friends some perspective. You watch these prices on an average month, average day. What are these usually going for?
$600 to $1,000.
So we are looking at
crazy.
like 60, 70% discount on some of these.
And the airlines aren't advertising these. Like Thrifty Traveler, a whole team is
we are right now,
these
though.
fares.
We are, yeah. Why so cheap, though? Do we know?
Yeah, so there's intense competition. So, the deals we're talking about are flying like American, Delta, United, but then there's budget carriers like Iceland Air, Norwegian, which doesn't fly to MSP, but is still putting a lot of pressure on those other airlines. So, and the cheap oil, continuing on for several years now, is driving down prices, and it's a beautiful thing for all of us.
Oh, yeah, it really is. Yeah. What cities, any more cities that you wanted to?
Barcelona, Madrid, Amsterdam, and Paris. So all the cities you really want to go to in Europe.
Any advice, and Jared's going to be answering your questions from our Facebook page a little bit later, but any general advice for maybe folks watching, my Betty from Anoka, who's never been to Europe, your best advice?
Yeah, so for sure, go to thriftytraveler.com, follow us. We have an MSP deal every single day at thriftytraveler.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Other than that, avoid going peak summer. So right now through end of August, and then avoid the December holidays. So if you can go in the fall or the winter or the spring, that's when you're going to find those cheap fares.
That's the golden period. Okay, let's get to current deals other than Europe. What are we looking at? And they'll be behind us, too, on our Magic Viking board here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, we're seeing, to Denver from Minneapolis, $100 round trip nonstop this fall in Delta. Orlando, $157 this fall. Fort Myers, $157. Las Vegas, $137. Phoenix, $157. Savannah, $206.
Seriously?
Yeah. From MSP. Yeah. So.
And again, that's not usual. Like, those are not, 50% on some of those. I watch some of those cities.
Yeah, sometimes. So you got to be flexible with your dates. That's an important thing. Sometimes leave on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and return maybe on a Saturday or Monday or Tuesday. Kind of shifting your days a little bit will save you 50%.
And because usually the most expensive day to leave is when usually?
It's going to be the business day. So if you think about like a Monday and a Friday, those are going to be the most expensive days to fly. So I always try to travel departing and returning Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Now, again, Jared's going to be answering questions. Did you just get back from a trip? Well, that's like asking me if I went to Disney World. But anyway, any cool trips that you just went on?
Yeah, my wife and I, we were on the inaugural flight from which is the first flight from Minneapolis to Mexico City, which just started up a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
And which opens up, going to Mexico City is obviously amazing, foodie capital of Mexico, but is also going to open up cheap flights to the Mexican beach destinations, having that new route. As well as Central and South America. So finally, we're seeing some cheap fares.
We got to go, but I've never asked you this really general question. You've literally been everywhere. It's part of your job. Off the top of your head, what has been the place that has surprised you the most, that you loved the most?
I think my wife and I went to Thailand last year, and the people were warm, lovely people, and it's super cheap, and the food is amazing. Yeah. So that ticks all of our boxes.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Jared's going to be back a little bit later answering your Facebook questions, everybody. But coming up next, me plus a trampoline equals insurance problems. So we'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Thailand, that's
so incredibly cheap. We're actually
welcome back, everybody. We are live at TCO Studios at the TCO Performance Center in Eagan. Well, as I said all week, we basically have been living here. I've done the radio show here. The Vikings don't know it, but I've been sleeping in the back. So I decided, when nobody was looking, photographer and Eric and I jumped in our van, and we went visiting the neighbors. A couple days ago, I took you to a pottery place. Today, I'm taking you to a trampoline park. Yes, Rock and Jump Trampoline Park in Eagan. Now, full disclosure, I have never been to a trampoline park, and large amounts of children scare me. So, and large amphibians frighten me. This place had it all. Take a look. So we're meeting more of our neighbors here in Eagan during our week-long visit, and we are here at Rock and Jump. I've heard this from so many people. This is the best, trampoline park ever. And there's a giant frog right over there. I mean, what's better? Look at that. There's a giant frog waiting for me. It's RJ. RJ, can I get a high five? I got to tell you, this is my first time in a trampoline Is the correct term trampoline park? Or
Trampoline park.
Trampoline park. What exactly is it?
We have 9 different attractions in total.
Okay.
We've got trampolines, dodgeball, basketball, rock wall, ninja course. We also have food on site here, concessions, things like that, and we have bubble soccer all the way in the back. So we're a multi-use facility for all ages and ability levels.
All ages and all ability levels?
We are
Are you promise?
Yep.
Now, has RJ done any of this stuff?
RJ does this all the time.
He does?
Yep, he loves to party.
The frog loves to party. If things get a little hinky, I'm sending in the frog to take over for me. We're barely in the park, and the first thing I see is the rock wall. Hashtag shan't be doing that. That's why we have children. These are stunt children. That's Kendall right there. She would wave, but she's a little busy. And then there's Charlie way up there getting ready to make the top. Can you do it, Charlie? You did it! That's right. Okay, because Auntie Jason ain't doing it. I kind of feel like I'm Howard Cosell and this is Frank Gifford. It's like yeah, it's a very old reference, Frog, very old reference. We're up here at the ninja course. We're gonna have Charlie be our team leader. He's gonna try it. There are 2 sides. There's a beginner and an advanced. Charlie wanted to go right for the advanced, and I said, why don't we like start low? Like, you know, let's go big, kinda. So here we go. Charlie did it. I think I'm gonna step in and do it. Actually, on second thought, I think I'm going to send in my stunt frog. I think I'm going to have RJ do it. So, okay. Oh my God, I'm terrified. There are children everywhere. I've never been in a frog. Okay, I've never done anything like this, so I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to go back by the frog. Come on, RJ. Hey, this is fun, RJ. No, what? No, why do you have to show off? Oh, getting a little dizzy, RJ, aren't you?
I'd like to challenge you to jump into our stunt bag at least once while you're here.
What, the what?
The big crash bag down at the end there. It's a ton of fun. It's my favorite attraction. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Come on, Eric. This is the grand finale. We're going to do this together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm done. Is the frog okay? Now how do you get out of this? Frog down.
Show you guys something?
Yeah, let me get the frog out of here. Oh. Our general manager, our big boss, Sheila's in the audience, and right now she's checking the insurance policy. I don't think we cover trampolines at Fox, but anyway. Seriously, thanks to Rock and Jump. I was really scared. You know, I wasn't an athletic kind of kid. I was very indoorsy. So I just watched Dallas. That was all I did. So I was frightened when I walked in there, but I have to say, honestly, I loved it. It's a really good cardio workout, too, jumping on that thing, especially when you got a frog attached to you. Rock and Jump is in Eagan. If you missed the story, you can always find it a little bit later on our Facebook page. Just search for Jason Show TV. And don't forget, hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, which is fantastic. We download every full episode every single day by the afternoon, and you can watch us there. Just search for the Jason Show TV on YouTube, and like I said, hit that subscribe button. Coming up in a little bit, I promised you, Thrifty Traveler's back now. He's answering your questions about Hawaii, Japan, and more when the Jason Show, live from TCO Studios, continues right after this. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Beautiful shot of TCO Performance Center. And there's TCO Stadium back. The Jason Show live all week here. I'm going to miss it in a couple days. Thrifty Traveler's back. Now he's answering. We're basically lending you Thrifty Traveler for about 4 minutes. He's answering your questions that you posted on our Jason Show Facebook page. And once again, you guys had great questions. Let's start with Amy. Amy writes, should we avoid the Dominican Republic? Kind of explain why and then what's going.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of publicized American tourist deaths in the last year. So it's important to just think about, it's been sensationalized a little bit, but statistically, there's been no more people, like 2 million Americans go to the Dominican Republic every year. So, 8 to 10 people isn't outside of the realm of normal people who die from natural causes. I know that sounds like I'm minimizing it, but it's important to, think about that.
I mean, you can go to Hawaii and be eaten by a shark.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Anything can happen anywhere.
As I get ready to go to Hawaii, I just said that,
The most important thing is don't let whatever's in the media deter you from traveling and seeing the world. That is the most important thing.
Yeah. Next, Dee Dee, but be diligent. Okay, Dee Dee writes, we want to take an empty nester trip in the fall with another couple. What are your suggestions, recommendations? That's a great idea.
Man. Well, there are so many possibilities. So it sounds like you have an open mind, Dee Dee, which is awesome. So I would just go to Thrifty Traveler every day, sign up for a newsletter, get those Minneapolis deals, and when one piques your interest, book it.
Yeah, seriously, Dee Dee, and he's on. I can tell you, those deals come up, and you just have to be ready to book them. But remind folks, when we said this the last time, the audience oohed. People don't know about the refund policy. I don't think enough people know about that.
So the hotter the deal, the shorter it lasts. But there's a great U.S. federal law that if you book a flight directly through the airline, so let's say you went to Delta.com and you booked a flight, you can cancel that within 24 hours as long as it touches U.S. soil on the departure or return.
Did you guys know that? Yeah, it's.
So if you find an amazing deal, just book it. Ask questions later, and then you can always cancel it and be refunded.
Yeah, have that dinner conversation and then maybe cancel it. Yeah, there
I don't want to start any fights.
No, but yeah. Kathy writes, hi, Kathy. I'm trying to book a trip to Hawaii for my 50th birthday. Which island? Do I book a package or piece it together myself?
Okay, so there's 8 Hawaiian islands. There's 4 main ones. Each one has a very different vibe. If you want to do it easy for your first trip to Hawaii, probably just go to Oahu, the most populous island with Honolulu. Go to Waikiki Beach, which I know, Jason, you love. I love as well. Yeah. Each island has such a different vibe, so do some research. As far as packages are concerned, sometimes it's cheaper to book the hotel and the flight separately, but sometimes it's better to, book a package. So kind of crunch the numbers.
We've done it several times, and I will tell you, just anecdotally, I always piece it together, get a better deal, and if you want a slower vacation, I think you'll back me up. Maui's a great choice. I love Maui. It's one of our favorite places, and that would be a good one. Pierre writes in. Pierre writes, I'm interested in going to the Olympics in Japan next summer. When should I start planning?
So, Pierre, you're not the only one. I'm definitely interested in going to the Olympics. So that's going to be July and August of 2020. So right now is when you should start planning. So
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So flights are only bookable 11 months out. So if we're thinking about going in July of 2020, you can't book until August or September of this year. So you got to start thinking, when do you want to book? And if you're going to use points and miles, which is what I would recommend, Delta has a nonstop flight to Tokyo. It's going to be about 80,000 sky miles. Book immediately when those flights are available in August and September.
Next, Amy writes in, hello, Amy. I need to buy airline tickets to travel in July. I'm thinking prices will drop during the holiday week, right?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Amy. Wrong. Yeah.
So the most important thing that everyone needs to know is always book those flights at least 30 to 45 days before departure. There's really no such thing anymore as last-second cheap flights or holiday flights, during the 4th of July or, whatever. Always book as far out as you possibly can. Avoid that 30 to 45-day window before you depart.
Same kind of category here. Betsy writes in, when should I buy tickets for Cancun in September? Prices are pretty high right now, Jared.
Yeah, so Betsy, watch thriftytraveler.com. If you're flying on an MSP, follow us on Instagram, Minneapolis Flight Deals. You should be booking those flights now. We've had, flight deals since November, last fall, essentially, during that time frame. So you want to be booking again before we start getting into September. So in the next month or two.
Going back to the holiday thing, you would recommend if people are looking for holiday travel for this November, December, they should start thinking about it right now. Basically Christmas in July.
Do not procrastinate when booking flights. Have a plan. Google Flights price alerts. We have a great article at thriftytraveler.com all about it. You can do it yourself. Whenever you're looking for flights, for sure go to thriftytraveler.com or book directly through Google Flights, which allows you to book through the airline.
Yeah, and will you remind people what the Google Flight Alert is? Because again, I have used it, and it has saved me hundreds of
so
dollars.
valuable.
Yeah.
And the best part, it's free. So
Yeah.
you go to Google Flights, super simple. And if you have a Gmail account, you can find your specific dates you want to go. If you're inflexible with dates, choose, I want to go Tuesday to Tuesday in December. And then it will send you updates every single day when those prices fluctuate. So again, it's not very complicated, but you can go to thriftytraveler.com and we have a great article about it.
And don't forget to follow Jared on social media too. If you want to be jealous like I do, if you want to be jealous of all the places he goes, you can find him at Thrifty Traveler. And this is Thrifty Traveler too. Has a great Instagram account, and of course go to thriftytraveler.com. And I've said it. That's why he's my buddy. That's why he's on our show. I have saved probably now over the last 3 years you've been on the show thousands of dollars because of that guy right there. Thriftytraveler.com, everybody. And if you miss these tips and questions, don't worry. We'll post this whole segment on our Facebook page a little bit later. And like I said, always find the full episode on YouTube. Kendall's coming back to wrap up the show here at TCO Studios when we return. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Live at TCO Studios at the TCO Performance Center. I'm telling you, I'm not leaving. I don't care what the Vikings say.
We're here.
Are you comfortable?
We brought some Gorilla Glue, so we're just going to glue ourselves to
That's
the chairs.
right. The players can sit. Right there. We're fine.
There's plenty of room all around for them.
That's right. We can just, it's not that far from Eden
They've
Prairie.
got a helmet. It's fine.
My head's too big for that, but sure. Yeah. We went when they sent us to Dallas for the reboot of Dallas.
Yeah.
They tried to put a Stetson on my head.
Oh, Lord.
And they literally said to me, son, could you move to the big head section down there? Yeah. I'm not kidding.
Section?
Yeah, there was a section for big head people. And I was moved down. You've never heard me tell this story?
You just say, I'm just so smart.
No,
sir.
it was for the television show Dallas when it was rebooted on TNT in 2012. And we walk in, and Wild Bill, famous in Dallas, did all the Stetsons and boots for the show, the original and the reboot. And we walk in, and as a thank you to the press that came in, they gave us Stetsons and boots.
Yeah.
So they're squeezing this Stetson onto my head, and literally this good countryman looks at me and he goes, literally, son, we're going to need you to move to the big head section. And I was like, okay. So they move me down.
Son.
They move me down. And as he's he has me bend my head down, and as someone is jerking the hat up, I lift up, and it's Larry Hagman behind me.
Was he wearing a hat? Was he wearing a Stetson?
The hat that I have is a replica of the hat he wore in the pilot.
Nice.
So yeah, it was one of the
Worth it.
And then after I came back to life, I was fine. Yeah. Anyway. Let's say hello and thank you to today's cheerleaders, Jen and Morgan, everybody. Jen, I want to know, you heard me at the beginning of the show. I had a dream to be a cheerleader, but obviously I couldn't do it. Why is that funny, Jeff? I don't find anything funny about that. How hard are the tryouts? I really do want to know this.
Tryouts are tough.
Yeah.
They take place every April. They last about a month long. So we have an open audition first week of April. Anyone can come, even you.
Thank you. Oh, well, thank
Yeah.
you. I like how Jen goes, even you, Jace. Even you. Yeah.
I was a hockey player, so.
Oh, nice.
Surprised there,
Yeah.
right?
No, I think it's...
So a month long, we kind of do a training camp. We do interviews with coaches, Viking staff. We take a football quiz. And then,
you can stop there. Thanks, Jen and Morgan, everybody. There we go.
And then our final tryouts at the Mall of America. So open to the public. They got to see how we do in front of a crowd.
Well, thank you guys very much for being here, ladies. I appreciate it.
thank
Jen and
you.
Morgan, everybody. Tomorrow, I don't need to say anything. Look at this video. Tomorrow on the show, don't miss it. Producer Ted becomes a trapeze artist, everybody. Again, our general manager is checking the insurance for this as well. I don't think we're covered for this, but don't worry, Ted's fine. Or is he? Ted joins this. I haven't seen that video till right now. Ted joins the circus tomorrow as our show from TCO Studios continues. Is Ted all right? I don't know.
Put on a costume. It's like sparkly.
He looks like Will Ferrell in Blades of Glory. Yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for us. Again, thanks to the Minnesota Vikings, our friends here at TCO Performance Center, and the crew here at TCO Studios. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks to this incredible audience, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you, live from TCO Studios.